Excuse me. What in the world are you thinking?
Mean Gene, the first thing you need to do is to tell these people to shut up if you want to hear what I gotta say.
What up, y'all? It's KV, the Sexy Ninja, and the place to be. Oh, I'm excited. I'm excited for this one. I've been waiting all week. Let me do that again. What up, y'all? It's KV, the Sexy Ninja, and the place to be for a Paper Saber universe. And, yeah, I'm excited. July 5th, 2024, we're going to talk about SmackDown in Toronto. We got a big weekend, Money in the Bank, Heat Wave. We got Graves and Wade on commentary, and we started off strong. Here it comes Jay Uso. Yeet. You know, he says he's going to get that yeet in the bank. And he tells everybody, like, hey, do you guys want me to win that Money in the Bank? Yeet. And here comes LA Knight, like, nah. And he's like, they're going to be saying LA Knight, yeah. So it was yeet, yeah, yeet, yeah. I was like, oh my goodness, it's going to be crazy. And Toronto's already loud. They're already loud. Here comes Mello, and of course Chad, then Andrade, then here comes McIntyre. Called Andrade El Idiot. You know, he's going through everybody, but then it just becomes a big fight. Like it should be, because we're building up the pay-per-view itself. That's what we're doing here. Money in the Bank. I cannot wait. Then we have Jackie backstage with Bayley. Then Chelsea gets in her face like, once I win that Money in the Bank, I'm going to be the new champion. Bayley's like, yeah, well, maybe you should go actually win a match. And then here comes Piper. Piper attacks. She takes out Bayley. And I was like, ooh, baby. Then we have... she got a match later on because Bayley goes to Nick Aldis's office and says, like, I want Piper Niven tonight. And she gets it. And Naomi's like, I got your back. She goes, I know. I feel like we're building on the betrayal here soon between these two. Like, I just got that feeling. The Street Profits versus Pretty Deadly. And it was a pretty bomb-ass match here. Great tag team. The Street Profits for the win, though. Then we have A-Town Down Under. They have a big match for their WWE Tag Team Championships. And... the seeds of doubt have been laid upon Austin Theory's brain. And Grayson Waller was like, yo, man, don't think that way. We're the tag team champions, so we're going to do this, right? And he hypes him up. He says, we got this, bro. We get a Bloodline recap, and we will hear from Solo Sikoa later on in the night. I was very excited about that. Next up, we have Indy Hartwell and Candice LeRae versus Jade and Bianca. Who do you think got the win? Jade and Bianca got the win. They get an interview with Kathy after, and they said they're going after those tag team championships again. So Fire Dawn, you better watch your asses, because it's Jade and Bianca, and they do that Wakanda Forever into the pose thing. You know, I like it. I like it. Cody, Kevin, Randy, they come out. I was like, oh, here we go. We're going to get some big brawls, aren't we? And, no, it's just them cutting their promo. They're saying, like, they're going to whoop that ass. Cody's going to take out the Bloodline. You know, Kevin's like, I've been dealing with this for 4 years and stuff like that. So a lot of great promos in this segment right here. And I was like waiting for someone to come out, but nobody. Then we get a really great tag team package because of the titles being on the line tonight and how much tag team wrestling should be important. Oh, and I got a note because I kind of skipped over it. McIntyre did a great line with Jay, though. How did you get over the border? I just had to talk about that. That was pretty funny. That was really good. It was a good one. It was a good one. And then we go into Bayley with Naomi ringside versus Piper Niven with Chelsea. And, of course, you got Zoe and you got Lyra in the crowd and Io as well. Then here comes Tiffy and causing craziness. You know, everyone starts getting in a fight just like the men did earlier. Then Bayley gets the win over Piper. But after that, the fight's still breaking out, and here comes Nia. Take it out, Bayley, because she still has her championship opportunity at SummerSlam. Here comes Michin after doing a really badass street fight this past week. She has a kendo stick in hand, and she still has business with Nia. A lot of great stuff, and now we get to the goods here. The toast and butter, everything you want to do, the jelly on toast, that's what I meant to say. DIY versus A-Town Down Under for the WWE Tag Team Championships. Woo! Oh my goodness. Back and forth. but DIY is our new WWE Tag Team Champions. I'm very happy about that. They said Toronto's home base for them. They love this place, and they want to repeat history, and they did by getting these championships, and also, too, laying the groundwork for Grayson Waller and Austin Theory to finally turn against each other. And I think we're going to get a face Austin Theory and see what he can do on his own. But, yeah, this match was awesome. I really had a lot of fun with the match, and this is my match of the night. Then I was just like, we got like almost 2-3 minutes left. We haven't heard from Solo yet. Then they do a package with him at the table, and it was dope. But I don't think that's the way we should have ended the show. That's just my opinion. This could have been before the tag match, and then you ending it with DIY holding those tag team titles over their head. But Solo said some things. He goes, Roman wasn't man enough, to beat Cody. Wasn't man enough to do this, wasn't man enough to do that. So now he is no longer the tribal chief. I'm the tribal chief, and it's great imagery of this new bloodline and stuff like that. So that's the way we end the show. But I was like, I really wanted to hear from Solo tonight. But okay, all right. Well, that's it. That's all. Solid 4 out of 5. My match of the night, of course, was the Tag Team Championship match. DIY versus A-Town Down Under. Now let's get into my picks and predictions for Money in the Bank 2024. In no order, and if you're new to the New World Podcast, the picks and predictions for a pay-per-view, I like to be wrong. That's the best thing, just so it's not, it's one of those things where it's not so predictable, if I'm wrong. But if I'm right most of the time, it's fairly predictable. That's it. But I'll make a pick on who wins. Do we continue the storyline, or does it end here? And after that, what do we do? Because next pay-per-view is SummerSlam, I believe, right? SummerSlam? Right, okay. We're going to go with Cody, Kevin Owens, Randy versus the Bloodline. I think the Bloodline is going to get the win. They're going to beat down Cody, Kevin, Randy. Are we going to get Roman coming back? Is that too soon? Do you let these guys dominate and beat them down and Roman comes to save Cody? That would be crazy. But, man, something big is going to happen with this match. Then the men's Money in the Bank. Jey Uso versus Chad Gable versus Carmelo Hayes versus Andrade versus LA Knight versus Drew McIntyre. It's either going to be Punk or it's going to be AJ making Drew lose the opportunity to win that Money in the Bank. Something's going to happen with that. But I am predicting Uso Yeet to become our Yeet in the Bank. He just seems like the bona fide, solidified choice. Jey Uso's winning that briefcase. Then in the women's Money in the Bank, we got Io Sky versus Chelsea Green versus Lyra Valkyria versus Tiffany Stratton versus Naomi versus Zoe Stark. I am picking Tiffy. It's Tiffy time. Tiffy in the Bank. That's what it's going to be. And I hope I was going to pick Chelsea Green, but I was like, man, something just telling me Tiffany, she's going to get that. And if I'm wrong, and if it's Chelsea, I'm going to be happy. So those are one of the two, but I'm picking Tiffany Stratton. Then we have the Intercontinental Championship match, Sami Zayn versus Braun Breaker. I think this is going to be a big surprise, and Braun Breaker is going to get that championship. I just feel it in my bones, man. He's been on a roll lately, and we can continue this feud to go on to SummerSlam. Sammy's like, hey, I need another chance to face you because I was off my game in Toronto. I just got that feeling Braun Breaker's taking that championship. Then the World Heavyweight Championship, Damian Priest versus Seth Rollins. And, this is a hard one. I know Damian Priest should retain his championship, and I am picking Damian Priest, but what's going to happen? Is there going to be a cash-in? Does Jey Uso get that championship off Damian? A lot could happen. That's why when it's the main event and you already had your Money in the Bank matches, or unless you had one of them in the show, one start the show, one end the show, but it makes it more fun when the main event's the main event, but you still have the Money in the Bank matches that happen. So it's like, ooh, okay. But Damian Priest, he will go on and face Gunther, and Seth Rollins will face somebody else. But I am excited about this match. I'm excited about the pay-per-view. Tell me what you think of those picks and predictions. Drop them in the comments below, all right? Hit that subscribe. Share with your grandma. Share with your grandma. Share with the bum down on Walmart. Go to ProWrestlingTees.com/New World Podcast. Get yourself that sweet nWp logo created by Penta X. And remember that the New World Podcast is for life, brother.
Our audience in Toronto has heated their hearts out, and then far be it from me to join them. I'm a professional, unlike Michael Cole.
I appreciate the decor you bring to the desk.